Bob took away our scholarship, which we were kind of counting on.
But then we remembered that we have a college fund with our dear financial advisor, Dawn.
You don't have enough money.
Okay, right here. It says right here in this account we have $401,000.
Jackpot.
You missed it.
Nope. That says you have a 401k account. If you liquidate that right now, you'll have, maybe $5,000.
So what happened to the other $396,000?
Boom.
Gotcha.
What is wrong with the two of you?
But if you think that most Americans have piles of money, great credit, and low amounts of debt, you'd be wrong. In 2015, the S&P Global Financial Literacy Survey asked 4 simple financial questions to respondents all over the world. And the results landed the US in 14th place for financial know-how, and it shows. Americans are failing the grade by nearly every metric. Nearly 60% of US households don't keep a budget. 2/3 would be unable to scrounge up $1,000 for an emergency, and 35% have a debt currently in collections.
The average college student carries $30,000 in student loans and floats a credit card balance of around $8,000. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 55 to 64 is around $100,000, an amount that would translate to just $310 a month of income in retirement. And it's especially scary for our generation. Even though 69% of millennials rate their own financial knowledge highly, only 24% are able to demonstrate basic financial literacy.
One of the biggest factors is the lack of any formal financial lessons in schools. Even though the Council for Economic Education found that kids who receive financial education are more likely to save, more likely to pay off their credit cards each month, and less likely to become compulsive buyers, only 1/3 of states currently offer it. And of those that do, most of them incorporate the subject inside of another course of study like economics, math, or social studies. Only 5 states require a semester-long course focused on personal finance.
But the problems don't stop there. The minute high schoolers graduate, they've got a target on their backs, and the financial industry is lying in wait. Credit card companies are notorious for luring kids into high-interest credit cards with offers of t-shirts or a free pizza, despite the fact that most students have little to no income and hardly any real-world financial experience.
Unfortunately, the trend of financial institutions targeting the non-savvy doesn't let up as you get older. Current rules in the US allow brokers under the guise of financial advisors to put their own financial interests ahead of consumers when selling a financial product. For real.
To be fair, the financial industry does engage in some education.
Make no mistake, the cumulative results of people not saving enough or getting into financial trouble doesn't just fall on them and their families, but on society as a whole. So what can we do to help promote change? Changes have to be made to education here in America if we're gonna stand a chance of improving things.
Unfortunately, the primary reason cited for not including this kind of education in schools is that it's the parents' job. But we all know that's not really happening. Nearly half of Americans don't talk with their children about money at all. And it's not because they don't think they should, it's because most simply don't know what to say.
If you're a parent or hope to be one someday, you do not have to be an expert to teach kids about money. Simply getting them their own bank account seems to have positive results, with 15-year-olds scoring 40 points higher in financial literacy than those without one. Kids also learn best by doing. So next time you sit down to pay your bills online, call your kid over and coach them through how to do it themselves.
This is so important because if finances aren't talked about much growing up, we tend to continue that approach of avoidance even when we leave home. We just stumble along, assuming everyone knows more than we do, afraid to call attention to our ignorance. And it's that unspoken taboo around the topic of money that allows this negative feedback loop to continue.
Thankfully, it's never been easier to take your financial education into your own hands. The last decade has seen a tsunami of blogs, podcasts, programs, books, and courses aimed at filling in the adult education gap when it comes to finance.
And there are tons of amazing free or low-cost resources out there. Hundreds of libraries all over the country host Money Smart Weeks, where they cover topics like retirement, budgeting, and credit without any incentive to make you a paying customer. There's also the National Endowment of Financial Education's website, smartaboutmoney.org, with lots of free courses. You can even ask your employer to bring in a financial educator. After all, a better educated workforce is in everyone's interest.